Esto stream. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pineapples and Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple the Fruit. This is your fellow host.
8-bit. 8-bit.
Yes! 8 the bit. I am the Pineapple Fruit, and this is 8 the bit.
News did happen this week. Did you link this?
Did I link it? I linked it.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So, Ethan, do you have any news first?
Switch. A new
Switch.
a new Switch Lite came out, and it's really pretty. It's like a navy color, but no one cares because they still haven't fixed drift. But I don't know. I think it's pretty.
It does look cool. I have bigger news.
Yeah. I assumed.
E3 is confirmed.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
We're getting E3 this year. It won't be in person, but it'll be online, just like the Summer Game Fest.
Nice.
And guess who is confirmed to show up?
Nintendo, I think.
Sony. I'm kidding. Nintendo.
Which didn't. Oh wait, no, we didn't know.
I mean, Sony might, but
I thought Sony said that
that's
they weren't
kind of-
gonna be at E3. Like they stopped being at E3, so they go against.
yeah, they're the two people not participating. Sony Electronic Arts. Sony and EA won't show up,
Oh, thank God.
but they'll probably have their
I don't care about
conference
EA.
around the same time. So
Yeah. They probably
I'm not
just don't
watching
want to
EA
have
again.
to. They probably just don't want to have to go through the thing to get their presentation in E3.
yeah,
It's probably a whole money marketing thing.
we're not watching EA this year. By the way, it was awful last year. I'm not going through that again. It was not worth it.
It was not worth it. What is
Not
happening?
doing that.
Is the stream
But it seems stable for me.
Oh, so you are watching things. YouTube's just messing with me.
Yeah, it works for me right now.
Let's go. Uh-oh.
Is tomorrow a B day?
Yeah, it seems fine.
Okay, sorry. YouTube's being weird.
That's confirmation though that we're gonna have a direct.
Nice.
I hope.
Unless they don't,
I mean,
it's just
I hope
it's just an
Nintendo
hour.
doesn't just. I hope Nintendo doesn't just show up and go like, guys, did you know Nintendo Switch has video games? And then they leave.
Guys, we made the Nintendo Switch.
Like 4 years ago, we made this console, and we're not putting effort into it anymore.
4 years
Like, the
ago,
Switch
we
was
made
cool
this
3 years
console.
ago. It was cool 4 years ago. Now it's just kind of like it's a nice console. Can I have more games?
4 years ago, we made the Switch, and today we still are making Switches.
Cool. Why do I need to buy this?
It's a cool new color.
But
The
this is big
E3
because
thing
this
just-
is the first E3 Nintendo based thing we've had since 2019.
Oh yeah, this is the first EA we've had since 29 or not EA E3 we've had since 2019.
Yeah,
I mean, we
Nintendo
had
didn't
Summer
show up
Games
last
Fest,
year
but that
'cause
wasn't E3.
that wasn't E E3.
Although I feel bad because E3 got reconfirmed and then people started shitting on the Summer Games Fest. Like it wasn't. It was Summer Games Fest was pretty good.
All right, it was all right. It's just not a lot of people showed up, and not a lot of people had anything to show.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of oh crap, big thing. There was a lot of oh, I'm disappointed in EA. Why did I watch this?
That'll be exciting. Who is confirmed to go to E3? We kind of stopped at Nintendo.
So, E3 2021 schedule. We actually have a few dates already.
We do?
June 12th will be the Ubisoft Forward. We might watch that and make fun of them.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
June 13th is the PC gaming show, which I actually really might stream just because what if Valve shows up? Literally, if Valve just shows up and they're like, guys, here's a Half-Life game or like a Portal game or something, internet would be on fire.
I might watch it until I get bored, and then if something happens, I'll be like, well, I guess I shouldn't have gotten bored.
I have a good enough PC that I can be pretty excited about the game show. Also, I would love to see Nvidia's bullshit response as to why them being terrible dealing with graphics cards was a good thing. Because they're going to have a guy show me like, it's been a tough year for all of us, including us at Nvidia that sold all of our cards to YouTubers.
Oh my
and
god.
Bitcoin miners and scalpers.
It's gonna be so amazing if they get on stage and and they're just like, guys, we did so well this year.
I bet you don't have video cards, but we don't care.
Guys, we made so much money this year. We sold so many graphics cards, and we are doing just fine. Sales are through the roof, and consumers are happy.
I'm not super spiteful because I have my card now, but that was pretty awful. And it's still awful, and it hasn't gotten better. So, and honestly, I don't think it'll be better by June. So the PC gaming show is going to be kind of awkward. Because there's be like, here's this really cool, powerful new thing we've developed that you can't buy.
Here's this really cool new thing we've developed that's not going to be developed until 2023.
Yeah, or it's like, look at this amazing new hardware that you can't buy. It's going straight to eBay.
Look at this amazing new hardware that's already been scalped, and we don't even have a picture of it. It was scalped.
They're already
so fast,
scalping the pic. They even scalped the picture of it.
Someone stole all the pictures and are reselling them on eBay.
But yeah, the PC Game Show is June 13th. It'll be about indie games. It's anything PC related, so I don't really know. PC Gaming Show's a bit of an oddball every year because I don't know who shows up. I think Doom Eternal was there once. So just any PC related stuff, it can be cool, I guess. It depends what shows up.
I hope to see. I wonder what Microsoft's gonna have in store for just in general, because
I'll get to them in a minute, actually.
Oh.
Summer Game Fest and Day of Devs. So Summer Game Fest is still happening. Funny enough, it's actually happening around June.
Ooh.
So probably around the same time as E3, and it's hosted by Jeff Keighley again. So that'll be like the indie developers E3 this year, pretty much.
That's nice. That's nice that we have that.
Although, actually, I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, the Summer Game Fest will happen for like indie devs, I think, which will be cool. I'll probably stream a few of those. And the following publishers have not officially announced press conference dates or presentations from E3. However, they are confirmed to be participating in E3 and have almost always held events in the past.
Nice.
So these are confirmed people. Xbox and Nintendo. We just went over Nintendo, but Xbox is also going to be there.
Is Xbox gonna be doing?
Hopefully some cool stuff. I'm hoping Game Pass related things.
Yeah, I think Game Pass PC needs an upgrade.
Yeah, just the software. The actual service is incredible.
Service is great. I'm hoping we get more games, because I know that console Game Pass, and I know it's different with PC Game Pass because you still have to get the right games on PC.
We have a lot less games on PC,
Yeah.
though I'm not complaining. We literally just got the entirety of EA's entire games catalog.
We got that, and we got the entirety of Bethesda's. Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah, so I'm not really super complaining right now. I have so many free games to play.
Oh yeah, but it's still. I still wish that. I wish the software was there. Although it'd be funny
that's
if
fair.
they,
That's a
if
fair
they went to E3 and they were like, "We bug fixed it, so whenever you download a game, it works."
It works.
Dude, there are so
That'd be
many
a
games
big
on Game
announcement.
Pass that are literally unplayable on hard drives that aren't your main hard drive.
Yeah.
Like that is such a stupid problem.
Uh-huh. There is the fact of we gotta remember Xbox actually owns a bunch of studios now and are actually using
Oh
them.
yeah.
They bought Bethesda, let's keep that in mind, and they own Obsidian. Who else do they own? We're totally getting a Psychonauts update, I hope.
Ooh.
And I have a good PC now. I can play that game on Ultra.
Do you think we're gonna get more Doom Eternal DLC?
I think it's only the first one that's out, right?
I think it's part 1 and 2. Doom Eternal,
Yeah, there's part 1 and 2, but I don't know is part 2 out yet.
Ancient Gods part 2 release date. It's going to release. Yeah, it released.
Well, okay then. Maybe we'll get more. I think I think Doom Eternal will definitely show up. It'll probably be like a small blip where they announce they're adding next gen software to it,
that would be nice.
like
Like ray
DLSS
tracing.
and ray tracing.
People were saying that they're gonna add ray tracing.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll show off. I think they'll be like, "Here's Doom Eternal. We're adding ray tracing and DLSS, and that's it." And honestly, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, no, that would be fine.
As long as they add DLSS, you can't have ray tracing in a game without DLSS. It's not gonna work. It's just kind of important, because if you don't, your frame rate is cut in half. DLSS is the really smart way of working around that I love.
It's great.
But yeah, you need that with RTX. But if they add those two things, yeah,
It'd be great. It'd
be
be
great.
fantastic.
I'd probably play with it on RTX. Psychonauts though, I am very excited for. That game looks really cool. Oh, Psychonauts 2.
I still have not
So it
played
is.
Psychonauts.
I need to play the first one as well, but I definitely enjoyed what that game is, and I've seen videos and stuff on it. I need to play it though.
Mm.
But I'm really excited
Psychonauts
for Psychonauts 2 because it looks so cool.
Psychonauts 2 was announced back in 2015.
Yeah, that game has an interesting history. I think it got delayed. I believe it was supposed to come out in 2019.
Yeah, that's what Google
Or at
says.
least last year.
Uh-huh.
So it should be coming out probably this year. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if they're like Psychonauts 2 releasing in a month at their presentation. I'll definitely be playing it, though. It looks so cool. Should come out this year, yeah. Yeah, it should come out this year. Later this year. Who else does Xbox own? Because we just went over Bethesda. You think there'll be any new Bethesda games?
Maybe Wolfenstein. What has Bethesda released recently?
I know they had one game that they actually pushed back recently, and honestly, I'm very proud of them for doing that.
Uh-huh. We might...
Bethesda's never pushed back games before, and I'm so glad they finally are, because they're gonna have a competent video game release.
I bet Xbox is forcing them to.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
If anything, we're probably...
I'm really interested to see Bethesda make a game with quality control enforced.
Yes.
Because I feel like it might actually be really impressive. Because they've always had at least fun games, just played by awful software. If there's a quality control forced onto it.
I wonder, do you think, I bet we're going to get more information on the new Elder Scrolls, because they renounced it a while ago, and they haven't given us anything since. I bet we're going to get new information on Deathloop, just because they keep showing it off at every video game showcase.
Oh, that's the one that got delayed, I think.
Yeah, they've showed it off at every video game showcase.
Yeah, they'll probably at least mention that it's been delayed. And again, I am okay with that. They need to do that more often.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's gonna be a bad game. Obsidian would be interesting. I'm really interested to see what Obsidian's working on.
So Obsidian has worked on...
They've made two games under Xbox, I think. They made New Vegas, and they got screwed out of a deal from it. That was a whole situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made New Vegas. They made
They
The Outer
Grounded.
Worlds,
Grounded was
and then
pretty
they
good.
made Grounded. Outer Worlds was pretty good. I haven't played it a ton. I'm gonna actually be playing it more because I can actually run it now. I booted it up recently and I got it to work.
Ooh.
Yeah, it runs now. Not as pretty as I thought it would be. Definitely poorly optimized, but I can run it.
Oh no, it is so
Really?
incredible. It is like impressively awfully optimized
Yeah,
at times.
I can run it. I experience 0 frame rate drops, and I'm on the highest settings. But I have a 3060.
Mhm.
I have an
Oh,
Ampere
dude,
series
it
card.
wouldn't boot when you first installed it.
Yeah, that was Discord. I learned. So we were in a Discord call, and I had Discord acceleration on, which uses my graphics card to do
Oh.
Discord, makes it run better for Discord, but it doesn't make anything else run better. So I turned that off.
Uh-huh.
That helped a lot with video games.
That's good.
So that was why that was running badly. But no, it's a good video game. You just need really good hardware to run it. It's not exactly easy to run. But also, if you're playing that game on console, it's not really a big issue. If you're playing on like a PS5
Yeah, if you're playing it on it, although if you're playing it,
on current hardware, if you're playing it on like last gen, which most people probably were, is probably pretty shit.
yeah, you shouldn't have to wait to play a last gen game on new gen.
Next gen,
Yeah.
yeah.
For it to be
Oh
playable.
well.
The whole Switch situation, I don't even understand why they released it in that state.
No, that was a terrible idea. I don't know why you would put it on the Switch. That game would not run on a 1063 gigabyte. You think a Switch can handle it?
I think people expected them to try, so they had to.
Um,
I wish they just hadn't.
yeah. But it's still a good game at heart. I mean, from what I've heard, a lot of people really enjoyed it, and it had two DLCs. So besides the optimization, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
definitely
faithful New
needed
Vegas
to.
2, down to all of the flaws of New Vegas.
They definitely
Grounded was
needed
pretty
to
cool,
work
but
on
I'm
that.
scared of bugs.
Oh yeah, Grounded was really good. The only reason I was able to play that game though is because I have really good separation between fears in real life and fears in video games. So while it freaks me
Yeah.
out, I don't get as freaked out as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm arachnophobic. Spiders
Yeah.
are the embodiment of terror. Nothing is
Mhm.
scarier on this entire planet than a spider. You could hold a gun to my head and I'd be less scared than if there was a spider near me.
Hold a spider up to my face. Yeah.
Hold a spider up to my face and I will fucking lose it. I'm the type of guy who, if I find a spider in my room and it gets away, my immediate solution is I need to burn the house down.
Oh yeah. It's like I'm not sleeping here tonight.
I'm no longer living in this entire state.
It's going to hunt me down. I have to run.
Yeah,
What if it's in my clothes?
there's a tiny murderer in my room now. It's everywhere and nowhere at once.
Oh my god, I hate spiders.
Yeah, they're just scary.
To the person, to whoever looked at spiders and said it needs fur, and then made the like huge spiders that have like fur and like hair.
Actually, tarantulas don't scare me.
No, I hate.
I don't know, that's the one spider. Like, I don't like them, but they don't scare me as much as other ones. It's specifically tarantulas. Any
Oh
other
my
spider I'm
God.
scared of. It could be a hairy spider, and I'm still scared of it. But if it's a tarantula, I don't know, they don't really scare me
No,
as much.
tarantulas are the worst.
I don't like them, but that was bad for me at least.
I don't know. Tarantulas are far worse than most spiders for me because I don't get
It's fair.
like it's like the top because my rating is like the more animal it looks, the more
Mhm.
it terrifies me.
I'm more scared of it from the more like the more alien it looks, because honestly, spiders look like little tiny murderer aliens to
They
me.
do.
That's why I'm scared of the ones with Westford. Like a Black Widow is just pure terror.
Oh my god.
Or
Well-
like a wolf spider is pretty scary.
Oh yeah.
The ones with
the
like
thing-
the oh, you ever seen a banana spider? I hate them.
it's awful. And no, it's awful.
They have a face on their back. I hate it. And it's an
Mhm.
angry face.
I'm never living in Australia.
Oh god, no. Australia has like
Ugh.
there are cases, I think I showed you this,
Mm-hmm.
where like sometimes it'll just you'll wake up. Let me see if I can find it. So there's a thing called spiderweb season, I think.
Mm.
So take a look at this picture and
That I'm not sharing that on stream.
that's not snow.
I'm not sharing that on stream. But imagine a field covered in snow, right? Just an entire field, about an inch of snow. Now imagine all that snow actually isn't snow, it's spider webs. Just an entire farm.
I don't understand how people can live in Australia and like
God.
not find this fucking terrifying.
Oh my god.
Like
I
I
hate-
would fear for my life.
I hate the slow spiders. Like the spiders
Oh,
that creep
yeah.
on up you because it's like they're plotting.
They're gonna get you somehow.
It's like
They'd be
instead of being sporadic and like animalistic and chaotic, they're like plotting your death. Like they're thinking it through.
like it looks like they're like any minute they're about to just pounce on me and kill
Oh
me.
yeah. Like it's awful.
But back to E3. Yeah, just who else can show up at Xbox? I want to do. We're basically doing E3 predictions for a bit here, so I want to get Xbox done. Then we go
What?
into Nintendo because that'll be like the big one.
Studios do Xbox own?
Because they own so many now is the thing. They bought a ton of first party.
I bet they're gonna do. Hold on. I bet they're gonna do.
Do you think they'll put? While we look for studios, do you think they'll put Game Pass on the Switch?
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
I don't know if they will, but it would be really neat. It wouldn't be Game Pass. It would be the streaming service.
That's fair. I don't know. I could see a few Game Pass games reaching the Switch,
Hmm.
like indie games,
Yeah.
like a Switch-based Game Pass that has like a bunch of indie games on it. Honestly, I'd buy that. That'd be that'd be worth it. I
Mhm.
already own that. Actually, we have the highest form of Game Pass. That would just be part of it.
Mm-hmm. I think. I would probably we have to get new news on the Halo game, right? Just like an update, a new
I forgot
trailer.
about that. Yeah, we definitely should get new news on that. That's coming to PC, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to come to Game Pass,
Nice.
but it got delayed.
So I haven't like actually in my head quantified and like understood this until recently, but I actually am a PC gamer now.
Mm.
I have a gaming PC. I am allowed to say that I am PC gamer man now
Hmm.
because I actually can play all of the PC video games.
Yeah, they said.
So like
You go.
Hmm?
You go.
so like just like when a new game comes out, I can play it on that.
Nice. Yeah, they
Yeah.
said that Halo Infinite was gonna be pushed until autumn of 2021,
Ooh.
and it was
I hope we get
supposed to
an
be
update
released in
then.
2020.
Yeah, we better
Yeah.
get an update on
We
that.
should get an update.
Any update.
Oh, so it won't get released until like September, October.
Yeah. I'm fine with that as long as the game is good. We don't want a bad game on our hands.
We don't want a bad game, but I want a game.
I'm okay with waiting. Then again, I'm not a huge fan of the series, but I'd prefer it to be good.
Okay, I love Halo, and I can't play it because it takes up too much goddamn space, and because
Mm.
it straight up doesn't work on my PC. Not my current
Mm.
setup. So I just want Halo Infinite so I can play Halo.
What are you gonna play it on?
My PC.
Will it run it?
I'm assuming it'll run it. It's supposed to be able to run on the Xbox One,
Mm,
but
I did not know that. I thought they canceled that.
no, I'm pretty sure. No, the reason it looked kind of not next gen is because it wasn't.
Ah. Okay then. Cool.
But
I'll play it
yeah,
next gen though.
assuming it doesn't have the problems that the Master Chief Collection had.
Yeah.
I'll play
It's
it.
also really cool whatever Xbox will show off because I can play it
Oh yeah.
for free. A lot of the games, if Xbox announces any first party game or like something they own, I get it for free.
Ooh yeah.
Or well, not for free, but like for the Game Pass deal, which is again one of the best deals in video games just ever. That's the best gaming deal.
Oh yeah.
It's the best deal on the market.
Game Pass is so
So-
good.
I get like a bunch of games. It's like the best
You
subscription
can't even
service
see. You
anyone's
can't
ever
even
made.
say, "Well, EA Play." No, EA Play is included in Game Pass.
They're part of Game Pass, so like
You can't.
It's
It's
just
not
an
even worth
objectively
it to
good
buy EA
deal.
Play by itself.
it's such a good deal. Like this is like what GameFly should have been. Like any other game service.
I still miss like game renting services though,
Mm.
because Game Pass is good, but I don't have like a way to test a game that I might want to buy anymore. You know.
Mm. Yeah. Sorry, I pulled up Game Pass and I clicked the surprise me button. I got a bunch of really cool looking games and then it landed on Peggle. It showed me so many cool looking games and it was like, here's Peggle.
Here's Peggle.
Like it was like Celeste, that latest Star Wars single player game.
Mm-hmm.
Crisis. Here's Peggle.
Here's Peggle.
It keeps doing that too. It keeps going by like some of the best looking games and it's like here's Peggle.
Here's Peggle. Mm-hmm.
Here's a phone video game. Here's a phone video game that we made 3 years ago.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, whatever they like, Psychonauts 2. That's probably gonna be on Game Pass, and I'll be playing that as soon as it comes out.
Sunset Overdrive is on Game Pass?
Yeah,
I heard that game was really good. I should probably play that.
it's really good. I played it. It's great.
Give me
Yeah, there's a
Peggle.
lot of. Give me Peggle.
I want it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for whatever they announce because it's always cool. Just because like I get these games, and I have a PC now, so whatever they launch, I can at least buy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have console exclusives, and honestly, it makes sense for them
Yeah.
not to.
Console exclusives for them are kind of dead at this point, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, honestly,
'Cause
I'm
it means
okay
that
with
me,
that.
as a consumer, I get to play more games.
Yeah, I get to play more games in the way I prefer, and I don't think Xbox really cares either, because
Mm-hmm.
the way I see Xbox's attempt right now is that if you want to be a PC gamer, that's fine. We'll put all of our video games on PC as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if you want to, it's obvious that the people who can't afford $1,000 computer right now
Oh yeah.
are going to buy our console, so we aren't really losing that much because anybody who's going to want to buy an Xbox to play Xbox games will just buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
Anyone that doesn't want an Xbox and wants a PC will obviously buy that.
Mm-hmm.
We're just a budget thing. They don't treat it as like their bread and butter releasing it onto that console and nothing else.
Yeah.
They treat it as here's a way. I feel like Xbox's consoles aren't their main thing. It's more of just here's a way into our services.
I think the world would be better if Nintendo did that.
Yeah, it'd be better if pretty much everyone did that. If they treated their consoles as like here's a console, and it's a
Here's
way
a way
to
to-
enter into our many
Yeah.
services we have. They're actually good.
Here's a
'Cause
cheaper
Game Pass
way
is worth
to enjoy our
Yeah.
stuff and still. And here's a cheaper way to enjoy our stuff, but for the people that want to, you can still play it here.
Yeah.
Nintendo
I really
probably
like- I really
honestly make
respect
more money that
Xbox,
way.
hmm
Because
I really
especially,
respect. You go.
I was gonna say, well, because especially Nintendo makes consoles that are so unique that if you're that you normally do end up buying the console for just the novelty of the console sometimes. Like with the Switch,
hmm
you bought the Switch because you wanted to play your games portably. You didn't necessarily buy it because of the catalog, but a lot of people bought
hmm
it because it was a portable PS4
Yeah.
basically. Like people love that.
I'd love to be able to play Breath of the Wild on PC in an official capacity. But I just really respect Xbox's refusal to just have everything being exclusive. I really like the fact that even their like first party games they come to PC, and I really respect
Oh,
that.
it's so nice.
Just because I get to play it, I guess, but also
Yeah.
because like, and it comes to Game Pass, so I get it as part of that like amazing deal.
Mhm.
So there's like first party games that are put out there that have a lot of really good effort put into them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest, Xbox, if they keep up their first party games, like if all these companies they bought and they actually go through with all these companies, release all of them, they might be the new Nintendo for me.
Oh yeah.
At least the next bit, they're gonna be the next like people that I really respect as a company because they're giving me a lot of good deals right now. And if they put out more first party games and I get them as part of that deal, I'm pretty happy.
Ugh.
So yeah, I'm excited. It'd be cool to see what Xbox has. Nintendo though. What will show up?
Hell if I know.
You
dude.
think
I
we'll
think
get Breath of the Wild 2 news on this?
we fucking better.
It's not a matter of do you think we will, it's we damn better or I'm gonna be pissed.
It's we will or I'm going to jail.
We will or I'm committing a crime. They honestly better show us some Breath of the Wild 2 news by E3.
Some
I'm
Breath of the
not gonna be
Wild,
happy.
some Metroid Prime 4.
Oh god,
Oh,
they
dude.
better say just
Listen,
anything about Metroid Prime 4.
this
Just
has
tell
to
us
be-
it exists still.
this direct has to be really fucking good to explain why they didn't have many games to show off in the last direct.
Yeah.
Their first direct back, and it's fine, but it was void of the big releases that they were promising. And that should be here at this point.
You know, it's been 4 years since Breath of the Wild came out. It's been almost 5 years. That was the same length of time that it took for Breath of the Wild to come out.
It's been almost 5 years since Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey.
Breath of the Wild
Mario
2
Kart
is
8
taking
Deluxe.
as long as Breath of the Wild 1 took, and they didn't have to remake the engine.
Oh yeah. Do you think that we're gonna get another Mario Kart?
That's an interesting question. I don't know, honestly. I really can't give an honest answer on that because both ways make total sense. The first one is Nintendo doesn't really have to try. If you've looked at the sales figures, so keep in mind when the sales figures show up for Nintendo games, they only report the physical copies because
Yeah.
the digital sales go straight to the eShop.
Mhm.
It is in 5th place still for most sold games. It is outranking Assassin's Creed video games. The latest Assassin's Creed is selling worse than Mario Kart is. And that's so just the physical sales of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are selling better than the digital and physical sales of Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god.
So they don't really need to.
They
But
don't need
also,
to, but it's
that-
also
that
like
is
it's the exact same
It's a
reason
double-edged
why.
sword there because it's also that if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is selling that well, think about the consumer base for Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. It's the same
So I
reason.
really don't know. It could be anything. They could or they couldn't. They don't have to, but they also really could. They have literally both huge incentives and no incentives at the
Yeah.
same time. So it's 50-50.
If they do, it has to be really fucking good. Like it has.
It
to,
does have to be really good. It needs to be very
because
different.
Mario
Is the
Kart
problem.
8
It can't just
Deluxe
be
is
Mario
kind
Kart
of-
8 or no one will buy it.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is kind of really definitive right now as like the best one.
Yeah, they'd have to like Smash Brothers the game.
Yeah, they would need to maybe stop with like they would need to. It could not just be Mario Karters anymore. Like they did Link last game, they did Splatoon.
Yeah,
It would need
really
to
should
be
just
that kind
be
of
a
stuff.
Smash Brothers type cart now.
Mhm.
It's like how whatever comes after Smash Brothers Ultimate has to be just completely different.
Oh
Just
yeah.
by it's just the concept of what it is. You just can't make another Smash Brothers Ultimate. You can't make
Mhm.
Smash Ultimate 2. You need to. The next Smash game just has to be completely different.
Mm-hmm. Just Tekken, but with Mario.
Speaking of Smash, who do you think the next Smash reveal will be? I hope it's my lamp.
Oh man, me too. I love lamps.
I
If
hope
anything,
it's the
I at
lamp
least hope
in my
your
room.
lamp isn't alt.
I hope it's the guy from Risk of Rain 2.
The guy.
The little
The
gun guy. Honestly, that would be fucking awesome if that happened. I would lose
Oh, yeah.
my shit. That would be the coolest thing ever if that happened.
That would be cool. Although we'd probably
It
get
is on the
someone like-
Switch.
we would probably get someone like the captain and not like
I'm okay with that.
we'd probably get someone who
Anyone
did
from
over
Risk of
the
Rain
game.
2 could show up in Smash, and I would still go crazy.
Mhm.
Any character. It could be one of the monsters from Risk of Rain 2, and I would still be incredibly happy. Just because that's such a cool concept to have an indie developed game show up in Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
I'm
they
still
still
upset we
haven't
didn't get
done
Shovel
that.
Knight, even though he is in the game in some capacity. I wish we could play it as him.
He's
I want
Waluigi right now.
Yeah, he is the indie. He is like the indie mascot.
He's the indie Waluigi. Here, I am so mad that they made him. I love Shovel Knight, dude. I love
Yeah.
Shovel Knight.
I also
and
love
they
Shovel
screwed
Knight.
him over.
We need one indie rep. I think. I just feel like it'd be the coolest thing in the entire
Nintendo
world. And then
probably
just did
thinks-
one indie rep. Anything. It could be anything. They could put Sans in the game in an official capacity and be okay with it.
If
I just
anything,
want one indie rep.
if anything, I bet they're thinking Minecraft filled their indie quota.
That does not count. I'm sorry, but that doesn't count.
Nintendo,
It's owned by
Minecraft isn't an
Xbox.
indie game anymore.
Yeah. If you want a good indie rep, Shovel Knight is the perfect person.
Oh my god, Shovel
That's the
Knight.
perfect character. But it'd be cool if they got like a Risk of Rain character. I'd be so happy. For just multiple reasons, because like
Mhm.
the play style would be incredible. That'd be so cool to see the play style for whatever they. What if the fighter had like, what if like a Risk of Rain 2 fighter would just be all of the Risk of Rain 2 characters?
Mhm.
Like you could change.
That would be cool.
You could just choose which one you want before you start the match, like an Echo Fighter, and they play
Mhm.
differently depending on which one you choose.
That would be interesting.
That would be cool. Also, the music in the game is amazing, and I'd love to hear it on the Switch. It's one of my favorite video game soundtracks ever. It's just really good. I played that again recently. That game looks incredible at the
You
highest
know, I
settings.
really hope that they put Mighty Number 9 on there.
I'm still okay with that, even though that game isn't great. I just want one indie rep. It can be literally anyone.
I
It could
bet
be
if they put an
Papyrus.
indie rep on there, it's gonna be Ukulele.
That would be pretty cool.
And if it's not Ukulele, it would be pretty cool, especially since Banjo's here now.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
I think my Xbox app is broken.
Oh,
Every time I click on a game, it just says your app is broken. I sure do hope we get YouTube on Super Smash
oh
Bros.
boy. Okay, I looked up on you Google best indie characters, and I got Shield Knight and Orcane, but Orcane doesn't have a picture, and that's it. Those are the only indie characters.
Ever.
No one else exists.
No one else exists. Dude, it would
I
still
wish
be really.
Cuphead was actually in the game and not just
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little...
It would play. It
Fighter.
would play a little bit too much like Mega Man, though.
It's fair.
It would just kind of be a worse Mega Man.
Yeah. Who could they add that would be like a really interesting indie character choice? Actually, yeah. What if it was the robot from the Cave Story?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
What if they had Hollow Knight?
Okay, that sounds like a contender. That would be fucking insane. It's either gonna
That
be
would
Hollow
be-
Knight or Ori.
I would prefer it to be Hollow Knight. That would be so cool if they added Hollow Knight. He actually could play. He would actually play really well.
Oh yeah.
He'd be a really good fighter. That would be the perfect character to
It'd
add.
be so
I really hope
good.
they add Hollow Knight at some point. They won't, but it would be so cool if they did.
They better.
Or Hades.
Now that I think about it, yeah, and like Hades, I feel like Hades, Hollow Knight, and Ori are all really good contenders.
Yeah. God, if the game just starts up, it's like, and it plays like Hollow Knight music and like a flash through the screen and he shows up, I will scream.
Oh man, it'd be so fun.
Madeline from Celeste.
I kind of hope we get Sans again just because it would fuck with people. It would mess with them
We get
so
Sans
bad.
twice, but now he's not only a Mii fighter costume, he's also in the game.
He's glow. Except
They don't acknowledge it.
no, we don't. We don't get another character. It's just another me costume, except his eye is glowing now.
I mean, it is still pretty cool that we even have the Mii fighters of these things.
I'm still. That doesn't stop me from being mad though.
No, I want an official capacity for indie game character. Just because I want to see what Sakurai can
What
do
if we
with
get
just
the
one
fucking
indie character.
Terraria guy?
What if they just, like, out of nowhere, just launch all of the indie game characters as official fighters? Just
Oh my
every
God.
indie game character.
They announce another Fighters Pass, and it's just like the Indie Pass.
Oh, that'd be cool. Although I'd feel bad for Sakurai.
I think Sakurai at that point would be just handing things off to somebody else. I would hope
Probably.
so. Like he might be there for quality control, but he's not hands-on anymore.
Yeah.
Or at least he
But
better
yeah,
not be
I
after
want-
this.
Like, I know there's a lot of people who probably want other things, but I don't care. I want an indie character. I would give up Waluigi being put in Smash if it got me an indie rep.
Man, I can't wait for them to put Cloud Strife in again. We get Cloud Strife from a Final Fantasy VII, and now we have Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII Remastered.
I'd rather have like Hollow Knight show up than Waluigi. I'm not opposed to Waluigi. I'm a big Waluigi guy. Like Gino, I'd love to see Gino, but I'd rather want to see Hollow
Yeah.
Knight show up.
The
Just 'cause it'd be
representation
cool.
is kind of a little self-indulgent at this point.
Yeah,
we've
I
gotten
would love to see a
arms.
few indie games show up, just because that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I mean the characters
like an
we've gotten
acknowledgement.
make sense, but I would love to see a character that's not that's just
Nintendo
from an indie
related or
game.
really, really big.
Yeah, it's just a dish from an indie game. That would be so cool.
Yeah. What if they do it, but they add the Among Us characters?
Oh my god. What do they do?
I don't know, they don't even have arms.
I bet their attacks would be based off of the executions.
Yeah.
Although, hold on. Wow, there's one thing I had in my mind. What if they added a character from Rivals of Ether? How meta would that be? They add a
What if-
character from a
What,
Smash
what
clone.
if they add Speedrunner Mario?
Oh my god! I am 3 parallel universes ahead of you.
So, like they add him back, in, like introducing Mario.
Introducing, he's not even there. Mario, where is he? Where'd he? Oh no.
Yahoo!
Mario dodged death because he was 4 parallel universes ahead of everyone else. People think Mario died, but he never did.
But yeah, I really want indie representation in Smash, because just like That would be really cool.
Oh my god, that would be so cool. I'd be so freaking excited. We don't
Let's
have
see.
nearly enough of it.
No. What's another big Nintendo thing though? Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, they
We
better.
better hear something about that. We deserve to at this point because did you know it's been as long since Metroid Prime 4 was announced to it being like released at this point?
Uh-huh.
We waited 4 years for any news on a new Metroid game, and
Oh my
it's
god,
now
we
been
had to wait
another
4
4 years. It has been 8 years since we've heard of since we've had a Metroid Prime game. I think actually, hold on.
They have to say something. What IPs? What Nintendo games are there? Other than these big three, Metroid Prime.
2007. Okay, how long is it? Hold on. Before we do that, let's see. It has been 14 years since we had the last
Oh my
Metroid Prime
God.
game. They better say something. It's been 4 years since we heard about Metroid Prime 4. That's about the length of a video game development.
If we get on
need
there
to
and
hear
they announce
something
fucking Ring Fit Adventure 2, I'm
God.
gonna throw away my Switch. I'm actually going. I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. God, if they show up this year and they just have nothing at this point, I'm just gonna be like, well, Xbox is my new favorite because they are significantly more pro-consumer at this point than Nintendo has ever been.
I can't.
And they're putting out games now. They're putting out really good first-party games that are Nintendo-like. Like Psychonauts 2 is a
Yeah.
Nintendo-like game, so I don't need to. I don't need this now. I won't buy the next console.
I don't realize it's had lyrics. I don't want lyrics. I have the music going on in the background.
Mm.
And I have not been listening to it. I've been too mad. No.
But like, who? What other IPs would I love to see? Pikmin 4 would be amazing. I would be so happy if they showed up and they just did those few like notes, those few like flute notes of the Pikmin theme, and it's like, here's Pikmin 4. I would be so happy.
A
I would
new
cry.
WarioWare game would be really cool.
A new WarioWare would be cool, especially on the Switch with like the motion and such.
Yeah,
But
I just
Pikmin 4, I would cry if they announced that. I'd be so happy.
It'd be so funny if we got the Reggie. Okay, so this is gonna lead into the Reggie tweet, but it'd be so
Yeah.
funny if they announced Mother 3. It wouldn't even. I wouldn't even be happy. I mean, I'd be happy, but it wouldn't. I would be. It would be more funny to me than joyous. I'd be like, you really, after all this, you're doing it now.
Doing it now. I would scream. I will scream into the mic and destroy everyone's ears. I will scream at the loudest possible decibels possible. If they release Mother 3, just because like they're not gonna do that. I do not believe in any capacity they will ever do that. But if they do it, dear God.
Oh my god. Although I'm putting it out there now, my prediction is they're gonna announce Ring Fit Adventure 2. That's my prediction. That is my official Pineapple prediction, is that they're going to release Ring Fit Adventure 2. They're going to announce it.
Ring Fit Adventure 2, my favorite.
I'm just saying that because I know it's what everyone does not want, and it would be exactly what they would put out.
I'm trying to find the thing.
I mean, they put out the Mii. What was the Mii game called? You look back at the last direct. They put out the
Miitopia?
remake. Yeah, they put out the remake of Miitopia. And now you understand why I think they're gonna make another Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, if if it starts up and I hear those opening notes of the Mother 3 series, like theme,
Uh-huh.
I think it's Porky's theme.
Mm-hmm.
I will fucking lose it.
What if it's a reverse Smash reveal where it starts out in Smash with Lucas, and then Lucas goes to Mother 3?
That would be perfect. That would be the perfect way to do it. If this is like them fighting, and Lucas just like falls over, and then he Lucas
No,
wins.
it's like Lucas is in Smash, and then he gets the shit beaten out of him, and as he's about to lose, he wakes up, and he's in bed, and it's a remake of Metroid 3, or not Metroid 3, Mother 3.
That would actually be the most amazing and perfect way. That's actually the perfect way for Nintendo to get around all of the issues Mother 3 has, now that I think about it. Because I didn't even think about that at first, but like, so the reason Mother 3 is probably not coming out anytime soon is it's always been a little dodgy, just because of the time it was made and also it being Japan. Some scenes obviously need cut and rewritten. Because there's some like not great stuff in there, but it doesn't like devalue the game. It's just like a few like very small amounts of issues.
Yeah.
But a remake would totally fix that because they could just like
Yeah, they could just change
get
it.
rid of it. They could just change that.
Aiden brings up a good question. Do you think we're going to have to buy tickets to virtual E3? Because E3 presentations have always been free to see online, but do you think now that it's exclusively online, they're going to make us buy tickets for it?
No. No one would stream it. I wouldn't.
No one would stream
I would
it.
just stream someone else's. I'd pirate it.
I would pirate E3.
No, but I don't think they'll do that. What I do think they could potentially do is maybe charge for demos.
That would make sense.
I could see
You
charged
pay
demos,
tickets,
but not
and then
streaming.
you get, like, you pay for tickets.
They
you
would
get a bunch of
never
demos.
get away with charged streaming.
No.
But tickets, like you have to buy tickets to play some of the online demos that they release. I could see that. That's
Mhm.
believable.
Oh. Not because you're an illegal boy.
You should mention what we're talking about with Mother 3 with Reggie.
Okay. Dude, this is so fucking funny to me. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. So, I don't know if it was earlier this month, earlier this week, but at some point, and I just became aware of it today, Reggie, the former head of Nintendo of America, tweeted out. It was 3 days ago. Somebody asked Reggie, Mother 3 English version. Oh no, someone asked Reggie, what's the oldest game in your library that remains unplayed? Fucking Reggie, the former head of the Nintendo of America, answers the Mother 3 English version. Every time I think it's time to play it, I get trolled and decide to put it off. Maybe I'll fire it up this weekend. What the fuck? There are so many layers to this tweet. Well, it's like, first of all, you could have made this a reality, Reggie. You could have made this a game. And second of all, apparently he emulates? What?
I guess. I would assume he does, because there's no other way he's playing this.
Unless there was a fucking prototype version.
And he's gonna release it, I guess. I mean, it would be perfect if Nintendo shows up at E3, and they're like, alright guys, so we know Reggie retired, but we do have him as a guest. And they're like, here, come on, man. And they have him come up. And then, like, those opening notes of the Mother 3 series play, those trumpets.
No.
And he walks on stage and he's like, I did it, guys.
No, dude, they have to redo the freaking. Now I have to go play the thing on my Wii, but with Mother.
Oh no!
Sorry, that's all
It's
the
like,
time I've
"Alright,
got.
guys,
Now I've
sorry,
got to
that's
go
all."
play Mother 3 English version on my Nintendo Switch, and that's how they announce it. Like everything before that is completely
And then it
unrelated.
just shows up in the background. If that happens, if they even announce that ever, the entire room. I want people to understand the size of a Mother 3 announcement localization,
Mm-hmm.
like how big that would be. Think about Half-Life 3 releasing.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's how big this would be. This is Nintendo's Half-Life 3.
Mm-hmm.
If this happened, everyone would lose their shit. I would go insane.
Everyone would
no
lose their
way.
minds at the same time. The person listening to this right now, if you have never played the Mother games, this includes me, we cannot fathom how big this would be.
Yes. This would be so huge and monumentally big. This has been something people have wanted for, I think, at least a decade and a half now, maybe more.
more.
This is like the thing that would make people lose it. But
And
also,
Reggie
this
just
won't happen.
tweets it out randomly. Reggie had to fucking know what he was doing by tweeting this out. Reggie was
I
like,
think
every
he was
time I
just
try
fucking
to
with people.
Reggie was like, yeah, every time I get to play it, I get trolled, so now I'm gonna troll the entire internet.
Yes.
Do you think
No,
even
I
with the
do
younger
not
generation,
think he's actually playing it. Or that
I think
Nintendo
he
will actually
is.
release it.
It definitely seems.
But I
like...
mean, he's actually playing it. What I meant to say is Nintendo won't release it.
No.
I definitely think he's playing it. I think he actually is.
Aiden brings up a good
Um,
question. Aiden says, "Do you think that even with the younger generations of gamers, because they haven't heard anything about these games?" I think.
I need to read the. Do you think even if the younger?
Oh, do you think that the game would gain the amount of traction that something like Half-Life 3 would, even with the younger generation of gamers?
Yes. Because again, so think about how many people have like just completely lost it and got so excited over the announcement of Half-Life Alyx.
Mm-hmm.
Triple that. Mother 3 is a Half-Life 3 fan. It's their Half-Life 3. It's Nintendo's Half-Life 3. If
Yeah.
Mother 3 got announced, everyone would know about it.
And it may not,
Because you would not be able to open YouTube or Twitter without it being like #1 trending Mother 3.
Oh yeah.
You would know. You wouldn't know when it first gets announced, but you would know a day or two later that this is huge.
The only reason the Mother series isn't covered more often, or the Mother 3S isn't covered more often, is because
There's
it's
nothing
simply
to
because we
cover.
have accepted that it's not going to happen. But
Yeah,
this
that's the
game
reason we don't get a lot of
already
coverage on
exists.
these games.
There's
There's not a lot to talk about. It's mostly fan games.
But the Mother fan base is dedicated. There's a reason
Yeah.
it gets in Smash. There's a reason it has multiple
Mhm.
reps in Smash.
It actually sells really well in Japan, and if they did Mother 3 in the US, it would sell well.
Uh-huh.
Definitely would sell well.
And maybe it would probably, I would say if Half-Life Alyx, I would say it probably would do as well as Half-Life Alyx, just because Half-Life Alyx is a VR game. I think if it wasn't, it
Yeah.
would have done better.
Oh yeah, Half-Life Alyx, if it weren't like a VR game, would have done even better than it did. And it already did really well for a VR game.
But I think,
Mother 3 is Half-Life 3 level big, though. This is one of the
Yeah.
infamous, just like, it'll never happen. And if it does, I will jump out a window or something. I'll do something crazy. I'll do something momentous for it, just because, like, wow.
you are going to eat another hamburger.
Only 2.
Like, two
No, honestly,
full-
if they actually do this, I legitimately might just buy a capture card for my Switch and stream it.
Oh my god.
Just because that would be the appropriate thing to do for how big of an announcement this
You're gonna
type of
buy
thing
an
would be.
Elgato?
I have a job now. I can afford a real capture card potentially.
Eat 3 for E3. E3 hamburgers for E3. Oh no. It's not even like on the same day, it just hard cuts between hamburgers.
Yeah. Yeah, though, it just if we're watching the Nintendo Direct, like we're streaming it, and those opening notes of the Mother 3 theme show up, just everyone be prepared to know that I will destroy your decibels with how loud I will scream. in
Your
excitement
headphones
if it
will
were to
break.
happen. just from me, I will completely lose it.
I still can't believe Reggie in good faith tweeted this.
I think he's gonna play it though. I think he's gonna like have updates and be like, "This is actually really good. I'm impressed."
No, he's definitely gonna play it. It's still funny to me that he hasn't played it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't.
Like, I wonder if that's why it didn't get released. He hasn't played it.
What if this wasn't like actually a big thing at all,
Mm-hmm.
and he just genuine is like, I might play it, and then he chooses not to.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Do you plan to
Yeah,
stream
dude,
during
no.
E3?
There's no way you can do that and not be fully aware that you're fucking with people.
Yeah,
The
you
whole
fucking
internet,
Reggie.
actually. I mean, I think this was like number 3 on trending when it happened because everyone's just like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
Literally, Reggie mentioned Mother 3 at all in any capacity.
So funny.
Also, another interesting fact: it is the 15th anniversary of Mother 3 this year.
Is it?
It is. It's the 15th anniversary of Mother 3 coming out.
Nice.
I think, or it's the 50th anniversary of the Mother series. Some way it's related to the Mother series.
Mm-hmm. Aiden asked another question. Do we plan to stream during E3?
Yeah.
I will stream
If I'm not
Nintendo
busy
and
with my
Microsoft.
job.
That's it. I might just stream Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
I might stream Microsoft just because I don't know, Keanu was funny last year or last E3.
I hope I'm not busy with my job those days. That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
I might ask.
Another very important question from Aiden. How old is Ness?
How old is Ness? Ness is a child.
Yeah. The characters, the main characters from all the Earthbound games are children, I believe.
Yeah. They are all kids.
What was
Yeah, it's the
Mother
15th
2
anniversary of Mother 3 coming out in,
What was
in Japan.
Earthbound called in Japan? Was it just called Mother 2 or was it called Earthbound?
It's Mother 2, actually.
Man, that's so weird because I never hear it. I never hear it called Earthbound. Or I never hear it called Mother 2. I always heard it called Earthbound. Like, no one calls Mother, like the original Mother, Earthbound Beginnings. No one calls it that. They call it Mother.
Yeah, they call it Mother 1. And that's probably due to the fact that it's just more people know of Earthbound. More people know of the Mother series through Earthbound, which was the second game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones are just synonymous with the original game's name.
Yeah.
It sucks that Earthbound didn't sell as well. Because it honestly was a really good game, and if more people had played it and actually bought it, it would have been incredible. Because it is revolutionarily different for the RPG genre and did change so much for the RPG genre.
It's so good.
But the problem was that the marketing was just awful for the game and did not work for a Western audience. No one really knew what it was.
Just reading through the comments and I just see Roger really woke up today and was like, today I'm going to cause problems on purpose.
Yes. Reggie did wake up that day and was like, today I will cause problems on purpose.
Oh. I'm excited though. I hope E3 is
I
good.
can't wait for Nintendo themselves to shut Reggie down and be like, how dare you? How fucking dare you? And they beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll be really excited to see. I just hope E3 is good, you know. Because E3 2019 was pretty decent, but it wasn't fantastic.
Which one? 2019?
Yeah, that was the last E3. Like, it was pretty good, but all Nintendo had was
was alright.
Smash.
I think it
and
was
Xbox
just Smash,
had
yeah.
Cyberpunk.
And Cyberpunk did not turn out well.
No. So we had a lot, and we had some hits, we had a lot of misses. So I'm hoping E3 2021 is really good, and I hope that
Yeah.
they're not gonna pay for us to stream it, or I'm going to cry.
Yeah. I hope this is like a mind-blowingly big E3. I hope that Nintendo proves me wrong about Mother 3, and then it's like, here you go. Here is here is the entire Mother trilogy remade in HD in the style of Octopath Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Oh my
lose it if
God.
that happens. That would be the biggest thing just ever.
Oh, I still haven't played Octopath Traveler. It's on Game Pass apparently.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, they put it on Game Pass. I don't know.
Huh.
It's a beautiful game, but I don't like RPGs. I don't
No.
like most RPGs. I only like
Yeah, same
like
here.
really. I like specific RPGs.
Yeah, me too. It's specific ones for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them are really good. Some of them I don't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that would be
Realizing-
really cool.
Man, I'm realizing that I don't like RPGs where you just spend like 100 hours on the same map. Like the reason I like Persona so much, I think, is because the story is like constantly evolving. Like you're not given an end goal by the start of the story. It's like constantly
Mhm.
changing. And you're getting new locations. Like I said, you're not just exploring one map. But I will never be able to play like a game like I'll never be able to finish like Dragon Quest because you're just exploring one map for like 60 hours or
Mhm.
it drives me mad.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't like RPGs usually that don't have a way for me to like prevent an attack. I find that annoying.
Yeah, no, that's why things like Undertale and Mario and Luigi are so appealing to me, is because you don't just tank a hit. It's all based on skill, like actual skill.
Yeah,
You play the
don't-
game, you don't just click a button.
yeah, that's what I don't like about RPGs a lot. I don't find them as engaging. So I like RPGs that have a mechanic of
Mm-hmm.
we need to pay attention, hit this button now, even if it's a quick time event. At least that's just a tiny little quick time event that I can at
Mhm.
least do to where I can at least try to dodge it.
Yeah, it sucks when I get to a point with an RPG where the thing with most RPGs is there's a point where I stop fighting enemies because doing the main thing in the game is too risky.
Yeah.
Because if I take too much damage from one enemy, I have to go back and heal. If I die, I lose much progress. It's too
Mhm.
risky because some fights just aren't based on skill.
hmm
Like you can have tactics, you can have strategy, but not
Some of them
everyone.
are just based on what your level is, what your number
Yeah.
is in the game. It's annoying.
And when it becomes too much of a risk to use your main game mechanic, I will lose my fucking mind. Like,
yeah.
That's the only reason. Again, like yeah, Aiden says they're grinding games. I hate grinding in any video game. I hate it. Especially in RPGs, because it's not like you're doing one long string of one action. You're doing the same action several times over and over again, and it never gets better.
Yeah.
Never. You can't say, I'm going to continue grinding. You don't say, I'm going to continue grinding. You say, I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's just really annoying. I think what most RPGs boil down to is you're not supposed to grind a lot.
Uh-huh.
You're usually supposed to do side quests.
Yeah.
That's how you get your XP.
And like that's
That is
yeah,
cool.
that's cool. That makes sense. But in games like I don't know, like fucking Pokemon. Like I can't play the original Pokemon games because you're meant to
That's fair.
grind. But like I
Yeah,
love
grinding
Pokemon
is the
Sun
bad
and Moon
mechanic.
because it was really accessible.
Mhm.
I didn't have to sit down and grind for however long except for when I got to the Elite Four. But that was the Elite Four. You don't even have to finish the game at that point. You've already gotten far enough.
Yeah.
I want to point out Mother 3 again as like one of the best GBA soundtracks I've ever heard. So that would be really cool to see here on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be neat.
Ugh. I still haven't
But yeah.
finished. Xenoblade.
Yeah, Xenoblade's a good game too. I need to finish it as well.
It's so
I haven't
goddamn
had time.
long.
It's
That's
so
another
goddamn
thing.
long. It's fair.
RPGs are really long, are really easy to make really fucking long, and I hate
Yeah.
it.
They do take forever.
It drove me mad how long some RPGs are. Like, I don't know how I made it through as much of Persona 5 as I did.
Mhm.
And I think it's mostly because, surprisingly, most of the time in Persona 5, you're not spending doing the things I don't like in RPGs. Because the main thing I don't like in RPGs is grinding and RPG fights, believe it or not.
Mm.
I don't like turn-based stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of Persona 5 isn't spent doing grinding. Like, you don't grind in Persona 5.
Mhm.
There are really unique ways to up your skills, and yeah, while there is probably more movie than game, the characters are really interesting.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
but Persona 5 is the only exception to this. I played Dragon Quest for 10 minutes and said I can't do this anymore.
What are other Nintendo IPs we'd like to see? Let's look.
What if we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
Maybe. I mean, we could. I don't see why not.
Do you think it would be good?
Although it wouldn't be. Yeah, it'd be good, but it wouldn't be in any way, at least for the most part, not really related to Xenoblade 1 or 2.
No, I mean obviously, but Xenoblade 2 obviously wasn't. I heard it was
It was okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
the only guy that didn't really like it that much, I think. It's okay. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I do think it was worse than Xenoblade 1, but that's me.
The thing with Xenoblade 2, I haven't played Xenoblade 2. Never mind. I'm not gonna comment on Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a Xenoblade 3 happening, though. I think a lot of the Xenoblade 2 fans would probably be really upset that Xenoblade 3 isn't a direct sequel to Xenoblade 2. And then be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
And then they would move on. And that's about it.
Oh, okay. So Aiden says I don't know if this already exists, but I really like some remastered Kingdom Hearts games so I can get into the series more. About that, if you ever decide to get a PS4 and play Persona 5, they have one game that is literally just every Kingdom Hearts game ever made, remastered, and put on the PS4.
Oh, that's a good deal.
It's really good. I wish that they would put it on Switch because it would be trivially easy to put some of these games on Switch. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 aren't going to be hard to run, and neither is the one on the freaking 3DS.
No. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3. That's a maybe.
It would be cool if they remade Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, let's look at Nintendo IPs. I would love a new Star Fox, although I hope they do it well. They're not known
Star
for
Fox
it.
would be exciting. WarioWare. I want to see a new WarioWare.
I'd like
I
a new
mentioned
WarioWare
that.
too, that'd be cool. I'm not a huge Wario fan, and it'd be cool. When was the last Kirby game?
Kirby Star Allies. We haven't gotten a Kirby game in a really long time, actually.
Well, we had that one little like fighty game.
Yeah, but that's just like
That doesn't really count though. That's not like a big thing. So weren't they hinting that the next Kirby game was going to be like a 3D game?
I don't know, but that would be really awesome. I would be really happy.
I think they were hinting on that, so I could see that.
I'd be exceptionally happy if that happened.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see that working really well. I'd like to see them attempt a 3D Kirby.
Yeah, it'd be so good.
So that'd be cool. Although it kind of requires Sakurai, and he's busy right now. So
Yeah.
Same with Kid Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, at the very least, and I could see this happening, see a Kid Icarus 1 remake on the Switch, or at least a port,
Uh-huh.
and that would be cool. I'd like to see that happen.
This isn't technically a Nintendo IP, but they're often associated with Nintendo. But
Mhm.
I would love, 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 love to see Mega Man 12. Mega Man 11 was so good, and I fucking
That would be
love
cool.
Mega Man. I
Yeah,
I
that'd be
suck
cool.
at
I'd
all
love to see
Mega
that,
Man
yeah.
games, but I would love
I'm not a
Mega
huge
Man
Mega
12.
Man fan, but that'd be really cool, and I think that'd be really nice. I see no downsides to it.
Mm-hmm.
I like I said, I'd love a new Star Fox, as long as it's just like a return to form and a good one. I want Pikmin 4. I'm just gonna say that. I want my fucking Pikmin 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 7 to 8 years, Nintendo. Give me my Pikmin 4. Okay. Nintendo Land 2 would be really cool.
That would be cool. Nintendo Land was, I would say, the best family game on Wii U.
Yeah. Definitely the
It
best
was
Wii U family game. It was a really cool,
really good.
creative concept. I really liked it.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
I want
good.
more. I want more acknowledgement of the Mii's.
Yeah.
I want
These
a
have
new
been
Mii
really
game.
underutilized on Switch. I hope we get a Switch update that makes a proper Mii maker.
Yeah,
Because right now it's really lifeless.
yeah. I want music back. I want the Wii charm to come back.
Yeah, it's really lifeless.
The Wii marketing
it's
was
not-
terrible, but the Wii charm I love.
The Mii maker we have right now is really lifeless, and it's not even like it's not even presented as like a feature anymore. It's just something you make for your
It's in the
profile.
settings.
It's in the
It's in the
settings.
settings.
I would
so-
love to get a Switch update. Okay, if Nintendo came on and they just did a huge update to the Switch where they maybe allowed for 4K support, where they announced a new dock because they updated the dock stuff. Maybe they finally gave us themes. Maybe they give us a better Mii maker. All these things, if they just did a major update to the Switch software, I would not be upset.
That's fair. I
would
would
not be
want
upset.
at least some stuff. Like I would like that to happen, and then them also add in 64 games to the online.
I want GBA.
Then I'd be consent. Then I would be content.
Mm-hmm. I think I would honestly prefer GBA over N64.
Fair. I'm
Just
more of an
because-
N64 gay, but GBA
Well, I mean,
could be cool too.
for me, I've like everyone knows about a lot of classic N64 games, and
Yeah.
if you know of the classic N64 games, you probably already experienced a lot of them in some capacity.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people have probably already seen or played ukulele. A lot of people, or not ukulele, Banjo-Kazooie. A lot of people
Yeah.
have already seen or played
Do they have
Super
the
Mario
rights to
64.
Banjo Kazooie? It's an Xbox character.
I don't know.
They'd have
They
to
put him on
talk to them
Smash.
for They did put him in Smash.
But I think, but we honestly, we don't hear a lot about the really, really good GBA games. Like you have Mario and Luigi,
Yeah.
you have
Those
Kirby.
are really good. There's like two, I think.
Yeah, you have Mario and Luigi, you have Kirby, you have Link, there are so many good games on the GBA.
Mhm.
But honestly, they're not that played very often.
Yeah.
So if we got Game Boy to GBA, that would be really cool. Especially because we get Pokemon, which would be really weird. But it'd be really good.
That would be cool though, yeah. We'd get Mother 3 potentially. That'd be the perfect way to launch Mother 3.
That
Be like,
totally would.
here you go, guys. Also, here's Mother 3 anyways.
Because they did it with Star Fox 2.
Yeah. What if they do this? Like, they launched that, and then, like, they don't mention Mother 3, and then it comes out, and there's just Mother 3 on there in English version.
Mm-hmm. They just act
And
like
it's
it
just-
was there. It would just act like it was on the console the whole time.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
they
Mother
don't
3 was-
acknowledge... Like, they refuse to acknowledge it, though.
Mm-hmm. They release
It's
it.
just on
No.
there.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna release Mother 3, but they're not gonna make it in English. It's just gonna be the Japanese version. Like they don't only release it in Japan, but they release it in
They release it
America.
everywhere, but you can only play it in Japanese.
Yeah. You have to
Oh,
learn
no.
Japanese to play the game.
No, but it'd be really interesting if they were like, "Here's Mother 3 on the Switch." Anyways, moving on, and they did barely acknowledge it at all.
Anyways. Here is Mother 3 on the Switch. Anyways. We've talked about Nintendo for a really long time.
That was kind of the point.
I want to hear about Resident Evil. Because Resident Evil stuff happened
Oh,
this
yeah.
week. And you told me that Resident Evil stuff happened this week. And I said cool. And I didn't look it up. So what happened with Resident Evil?
There was basically a Resident Evil presentation.
Oh my god. Really? I fucking missed it?
Yeah. So let's see real quick. I have only mildly looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't super long. Basically, we got a little bit more info on the new Resident Evil game that's coming out, Village, I think.
Uh-huh.
Just that it looks cool, I guess.
Nice.
I won't walk through it too much because I'm not like a big Resident Evil fan, so I probably won't play that one.
Hmm.
Just because I'm not super intrigued into it.
Ugh.
I mean, I
Oh,
might
God.
consider it.
I might not go on Twitter for the next couple days just because of the vampire lady.
Oh no.
I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on Twitter and see everyone I know saying, "I would love for the vampire lady to snap my back." Like strong women in video games, good, but yeah. Please get the horny off my timeline.
I like the return to form of the new Resident Evil games, like style.
Oh
The
yeah,
fact that you're like in a big mansion again, that's nice.
that's really nice.
That's not what I'm really excited about though. Like I might
Mhm.
play it. I don't know. It depends. I prefer Resident Evil 2's combat style
Mm-hmm.
of just being more of like a combat based thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, I really loved Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I will say that's the only Resident Evil game I've completed. I have Resident Evil
Yeah.
7 downloaded, but I have not played it. But I
Yeah.
am really excited. I really hope Resident Evil 8 is good. I also need to play Resident Evil 7, but I fear that it's going to be really disturbing.
Mhm.
I might play Resident Evil because wasn't there Resident Evil 4 news?
There is. So I'm trying to find it right now, but
I heard something about
Resident-
Resident Evil 4,
Resident Evil 4 is getting a VR port.
but... Ooh, I don't know if I can play that. I don't know if I can bring myself to play that. Okay. The last time I tried to play Resident Evil 4, we owned the Wii version. I was playing it on my Wii U, and I was a lot younger. Like this is more than a couple of years ago. But I was in the woods, and then I got to one house. I walked into the house, and I got too scared. And I shut off the game. I got scared by a house. I don't know if I can do it in VR.
So the visuals haven't changed, and if I'm understanding correctly, it's a Quest 2 game.
Mm-hmm.
So it should come like natively on the Quest without a PC link cable being needed.
Yeah. That'd be nice. I think it's specifically on Oculus hardware, which pissed a lot of
Yeah.
people off. But
Well, I
good
think
for
it
us.
can. I would assume it can run on PC as well. Like with a
No,
link
I'm
cable.
assuming. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna release it on the Oculus thing. And then, but it's only for Oculus devices, and people are gonna end up like spoofing Vive so they
People are
can
gonna
play
be upset, but I won't because I have it. So there's some gameplay in a minute or two. Content warning, I guess. I know it's kind of old.
Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, the gun.
Mm.
Something that I'm really okay. Something that I already disliked about VR ports, but this is about fan made ones, is that they would make the things you hold really high poly because you're holding them, but they wouldn't update the
Yeah.
rest of the game to make it
Mhm.
to make it work. And that's what it
Yeah.
seems like they kind of did here. They updated the way all the weapons look because you hold them, and they had to make new models for it. But it doesn't fit the rest of the game
Yeah.
at all. But other than that, I mean, it looks like they at least remastered some of the game in models because this looks higher res than a
It does
GameCube
look a
game.
bit better, yeah.
It
It's
looks
still a
good.
really cool idea because, like, mainly because if you've ever played Resident Evil 4, it's one of those games that like only works with motion controls. That's why the Wii
Oh
version is the
yeah.
best version. So putting it in VR is a really good idea.
Oh yeah. This game, whereas this is one of the few games that works perfect in VR.
Hmm. And you'll have an extra hand open, so you can do other stuff as well. This is a really good idea for VR.
Hmm.
Really good.
I can't
port.
wait to go on YouTube and find that somebody's done like a Doomslayer playthrough where they punch all the zombies with their bare hands.
So yeah, there was other news, but that was the big one. That was the one I noticed that I cared about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. I'm very excited for the new Switch Lite, colored blue. It's really cool. No, I
The
have
mean blue.
absolutely no idea. Gotham Knights got delayed.
Oh,
I don't know. It got delayed to 2022. I don't know what else. Scott the Woz uploaded a Virtual Boy video.
he sure did.
Yeah,
It was interesting.
I haven't watched it, but he's drinking in the thumbnail, so it must be good.
Let's see what else happened.
uh, I don't know. Naughty Dog. I'm just looking through Spawn Wave. It doesn't seem like a lot happened other than the big things we're talking about. We got
Yeah, we can go back to E3 predictions, I guess. With other
I have
companies.
no more predictions.
There are other companies. How terrible do you think the EA one will be?
Terrible enough for me to not watch. Honestly, I think they're just gonna announce more Sims 4 things, and they're just gonna announce more additions to Apex Legends. I think that's gonna be it.
Mm.
Okay, maybe they'll update Apex Legends to Source 2. That would be interesting.
Maybe
But other
that'd
than
be
that,
cool.
I don't see it
I
happening,
forgot
but
that
that'd
was
be
a Source
interesting.
game.
I know it's really weird. I
That's
can't believe it.
really weird. Why did they use Source? It's EA.
Well, because Source they also use Source on Titanfall 2,
The
and
fuck?
it was in Apex is supposed to play like and is based off of Titanfall and Titanfall 2.
Huh. It's weird. I would have assumed they used the Frostbite engine.
I don't know. I mean, Source Engine was a pretty viable engine at the time. They made Half-Life
It
2
is.
in it.
It's
Half-Life
just
2.
weird to see an official company use a Valve created engine.
It is kind of weird. Oh my god, this means that Source is on Switch.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh my god.
There is some capacity for Gmod on Switch.
Oh my god. If Valve does show up, what do you think that they'll show?
Actually, that's a good question. I don't expect a Half-Life 3 though. I would lose it again if they did. How I talked about Mother 3 is the exact same way I would react to a Half-Life 3 remake. Or not remake.
I think if they show to the games showcase, they're not going to show off a new game. I think they're going to show off Source 2 engine. I think they're going to maybe show
Maybe
off
release
their
the hardware.
updates, like cuz they've been trying to update Dota 2 and
Yeah.
CS:GO into Source 2. So I think they're going to
Mhm.
show that off. I think if they were to announce a new game, I think it would honestly be a new IP. I think it's going to be at least half
I
a
think-
year before they announce a new Half-Life game.
Yeah. I think if they do show up, they might mention that. Actually, they are working on a new IP. I think, at least a new game.
Oh yeah, the
That
Citadel.
one, yeah, Citadel. We might learn some more about Citadel.
Especially if it's a multiplayer game. If it's just a multiplayer
Yeah,
spin-off game, I could see that being mentioned. I don't think they're
yeah,
gonna announce a big single-player adventure game in the PC segment though.
yeah. Unless they just somehow do one that, like maybe Gabe Newell just was like,
Yeah,
"Fuck it, why not?" and shows up that
yeah.
day. And is like, "Here you go, guys. Here's literally Half-Life 3 confirmed," and then the entire internet breaks.
Yeah. Here's Episode 3, not even Half-Life 3 that we're following right now. They just released Episode 3. I know, but I'd be really interested to see. I think if they do announce a new single player campaign game, which I don't know why they would. I don't think it would be like I don't think it would be Portal or Half Life. I honestly think it would be something new.
It could be. I could see that. I could see a new IP.
Or I heard a while
Maybe a
back.
Half-Life spin-off.
I heard a while because I remember watching things about the development of Portal 2, and I remember there being um like a game that they developed to be Half-Life 2, or not Half-Life 2, Portal 2, and they
Yeah, I've
realized
heard
that it
about
didn't use
that. And they realized
portals.
that it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was based on, I think, a U.S. president for some reason who was in Aperture Labs also for some
Yeah,
reason.
but I think yeah, I think they did that. It would be really cool to see that,
Yeah, it would be neat.
because it would be
Although it's very similar. It used the same concepts as that one really weird game that uses like those superliminals. Basically, what superliminal
Oh,
is.
really?
Yeah, it was very similar to superliminal, but like way before superliminal.
Oh,
So that's a thing.
I should play Superliminal.
Yeah. Um, Sony will not be at E3. They specifically said that.
I bet they're gonna show
Same
Five
thing as
Nights at
EA.
Freddy's. They're still gonna
EA
be
won't be
there.
at E3, which is why we're not watching them. And Sony won't be either there, although we might stream them.
Sony is probably gonna have a presentation by itself.
Yeah.
They might. I don't think it's going to happen until maybe a month or two after E3, just so they have a month to themselves to announce things.
Maybe. Or they'll do it during E3 just to spite them. Just be like, look, guys, look how cool we are. We used our own thing.
Yeah. Well,
Just like they did that one year, because they did that, I think, in 2019 as well. They're like,
could
look, guys,
see-
we didn't do E3.
I could see both reasons, because if they didn't during E3, it would be during all the E3 hype, and people would be excited to hear their things. But if they did it
Mhm.
like a month or two later, I could see them wanting their own month to their announcements for people
Yeah.
to build up hype for that. I wouldn't even. I would honestly be. I could honestly see them doing it a month or two before E3.
Maybe.
Like if they
That'd
announced
be
the state of
next
play in
month.
May or something. Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Square Enix showing up?
I don't think. Hey, look.
Oh, dude, what if we got a new Rayman game from Ubisoft? What if we got a new 3D Rayman game?
Ooh, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
I'd love to see that.
Ubisoft, I think, owns Rayman. Yeah, I'm not sure about Square Enix. They might show up in the Summer Game Fest.
If anything,
For PlayStation, though, I'd like to see, like we said, more info on the FNAF game.
mhm.
What are the
If the
just new
FNAF
games
game
from them?
comes to PC for stupid
It is.
reasons, is it coming to PC?
I think it is.
If it does, I'm not sure. Do you think you're gonna play it?
I might. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed for PC.
I don't know. I thought they were only releasing. I thought it was gonna be a PS5 exclusive.
I'm pretty sure I looked this up and it said it was going to come to PC and everything else as well, actually.
FNAF security.
Yeah, it comes to PlayStation 5, 4, and PC sometime in 2021. It's just not coming to the Xbox. That's it.
Hmm.
So PC and PS5 and 4. It's a PlayStation console exclusive,
Mhm.
not a just exclusive.
I wonder what's been added to. I'm gonna check really quick. What's been added to App Lab? Because I know Pavlov got added to App Lab, and that means it's even closer to being actually finished and on Quest. So I'm excited about it. I know there's like a competitor to Quest 2 coming up in China.
Ooh.
They're using the same chip that the Quest 2 uses, like the same, and I think they're
Yeah.
actually gonna get better performance on it because they're not underclocking it.
Cool.
But
Let's see. Half-Life Alex has been fun.
oh yeah, yeah. How good?
Very, very good.
Where are you right now in the game?
So I'm in a hotel.
Or no, I just got out of a hotel actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just exited a hotel.
Ooh.
It was terrifying. I was very scared throughout that place because that game at times is very much a horror game.
Oh yeah. Is that the
I
place
was walking-
with the guy? The
No,
dedicated horror
not. I'm
segment?
not there yet. But it was still very scary and horror based. Like there was one place I was walking. It's like this destroyed hotel that's been
Mhm.
taken over by Zenflana,
Mm-hmm.
and there were these. You know the acid head crabs.
Yes.
It was infested with them. They were
Ugh.
everywhere. I had to there was a toilet that I walked up to, and I went up to it, and one of them just jumped out of it the second I got to it.
Mm-hmm.
I eventually ran out of bullets, and I had to just climb like a wall with like a ladder, and there were hundreds of them crawling around
Oh,
the
that's-
walls.
that's
while I was
awful.
Walking there.
I really wish that it kind of did the thing that Boneworks did, where you could use anything as a weapon, just so I didn't
Yeah.
have to touch the head crabs. Just so I could beat the shit out of a head crab with like a chair.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I'm surprised they didn't do that, honestly. But besides that, the game was great.
Uh-huh.
I'm really impressed. Grenades are really cool to use in Half-Life Alyx. Just 'cause
Yeah, you've always been a
the way you
fan
can
of
throw 'em.
grenades. I don't have the brain for grenades.
Grenades are cool in Half-Life Alyx, and that it has an actual projector you have to throw.
Mm-hmm.
It throws like a real thing. And the fact that you can be shooting with one hand and then grenade with the other.
Head crab. Okay, Aiden says head crabs are good pets, and then the next message was, "Oh my god!" So I think they looked up what head crabs are.
Me and Aiden had a conversation over what head crabs were.
Oh. What did they realize? Did they look up acid head crab?
Maybe.
Me, head crabs, good pets, very good. Pineapple, I want to beat it with a chair. Oh.
Well, they grab onto your head and turn you into a zombie.
It's
They
like,
eat
okay,
your head.
I hate.
You know the things from Alien? That's a
Mhm.
head crab.
I
The
hate.
face suckers from Alien are head crabs.
I hate crabs
Mm.
because I hate spiders, and that extends to crabs because there are some
Mhm.
crabs that just look like fucking massive spiders, and they're hard, like they have shells, and it is
Yeah, that's
awful.
fair.
And I feel like head crabs take more after the spider-looking ones, and they walk towards you, and I hate it, and they have like 4 billion teeth, and it's awful.
Their legs are only 4 legs, so I don't get freaked out by head crabs as much. Just because
They
they,
have
don't
like
have the 6
claws
legs.
though, and they have too many teeth. That's one thing that always gets me is when something has too many teeth.
That's fair. I don't know. They just don't freak me out much. They don't have the weird segmented body and shape that a spider does.
Yeah.
They just
don't-
look like
I don't like meat though. I don't like alive things that look like they shouldn't be alive, and head crabs look like they should not have the capacity to eat.
Mhm. They're aliens.
They're aliens, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It doesn't bother me. It only bothers me in VR. It only bothers me in VR. It only becomes an irrational fear in VR.
Aiden wants to be Dr. Kleiner and have one.
As a pet.
Lamar. Come here,
Lamar.
Lamar. It's not Dr.
I'm gonna
Clemens'
be
voice
Barney.
at all.
It's your freaking head humper again. Ah, I fear them. I don't. Okay, I didn't have any of these irrational fears until I played shitty Half-Life Alyx. It wasn't even. I didn't even have like a smooth experience, but
Nope.
I still played it, and now I fear them.
You would be terrified of the section I just went through. Because, like, so remember everything I was saying? There were sections where it was in the dark and it was pitch black as well, and my
Mhm.
flashlight kept breaking.
It's
And I'm out of bullets. And they're the acid ones, and they're following me, and there's hundreds of them.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I immediately after that got a rapid fire gun. I got a machine gun.
Yahoo.
I killed them all.
That's one thing I like about
And I
Half-Life
rescued a
Alyx.
Vortigon.
That's one thing I like about Half-Life Alyx is that all the guns are one-handed.
Yeah.
Like Pavlov is really novel. And a lot of games where you like Pavlov is really novel and the realism makes sense. But other than
Mhm.
like Pavlov where it's supposed to be really realistic shooting, no other game has the excuse to have two-handed guns because they're kind of really janky.
Yeah, that's fair.
VR games should have one-handed guns almost always, just because of like multiple reasons. First of
Yeah.
all, it's janky because of the head tracking. Second of all, hands.
I mean, yeah, I mean
You
there's
use
a
two
reason.
hands in VR. That like is a fundamental changing of how the game of how video
Yeah.
games are. If you can only use two, if you can use two hands in VR, you can do so much more at the same time.
I mean there's a reason why like Half-Life Alyx and Superhot are like the two most successful shooters other than
Yeah.
like Pavlov. Pavlov is CS:GO but in VR. It was destined to be successful.
Yeah.
It is the VR shooter if you want to play a VR shooter and it is really fucking good. But if you are a casual player of VR, you will not like Pavlov. It is too
Yeah.
difficult to get a hand on sometimes. And while it is really fun when you do, it does at some point become too real because it's just so frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be mostly one-handed weapons. You can have two weapons and you can fire. You can do something else with the other hand. Same with the gravity gloves. I really like the gravity gloves. I've never had an issue with them. They always just I can grab the thing I need.
It becomes like automatic so fast.
Yeah.
It's such an easy motion.
I was playing I think VR chat the other day and I kept trying to do the gravity glove thing. I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Aiden says they're kind of tempted to look at headsets. I think you should. I
I think you
think
should get one.
I don't.
I
would
you have
say-
a 2070, so you have the computing power to easily get a link cable with your headset and play
Honestly,
games like
You-
Half-Life Alyx.
yeah, VR chat, it's even more fun in VR. Honestly,
Mhm.
you don't even have to get like a high-end, you don't even have to get like an Oculus Quest 2 and Oculus Quest. While those are excellent choices, they are Facebook and it's not fantastic because of Facebook. But
Yeah.
other than that, there are things like Windows Mixed Reality which are really good. Like if you want to start for cheap headsets, search for like Windows Mixed Reality. Those are really good. If you wanted maybe a little bit more high end, the Reverb G2 just came out, and I heard it was really, really good, but it's really expensive. Other than that, you can maybe go with a cheap old HTC Vive, because the HTC Vives are still really good. Just don't get the Vive Cosmos. Get anything other than the Vive Cosmos. If you can get maybe a Vive or a Vive Pro cheap, those are also really good options. Because I know they're old enough that they'll be cheap, but they're still really good. Just don't buy, just please do not buy the Valve headset. It is not good for casual users. It may be the best headset on the market, but it's like
$1,000.
it's like getting into the car market and being like, I love cars, and the first car you buy is a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You gotta work your way. You can't buy a Lamborghini and not understand anything about cars.
Yeah. You could get a Quest, but you have to do it Facebook. It is a good deal though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're buying, are they compatible with your Quest? As long as it's PC VR, will be compatible.
Yeah.
It's all one general thing if it's PC VR. It's great. That's the glory of PC. And Facebook made it more like Face Bad Book. Yeah. If you want a price point for Windows Mixed Reality, I wouldn't pay more than $200. Maybe $250. I would not. Unless you're getting the Reverb G2. The Reverb G2 is the only exception to that rule. The only exception. Only exception. But other than that, I would not pay more than $200 for Windows Mixed Reality. It's really good for beginner virtual reality, but beyond that, no. Do not.
Back to Half-Life Alex, real quick. Just the game is amazing. What I'm saying alone can't give it justice. It is a 10 out of 10. It is a new Half-Life game.
Like, that alone should give you an idea of how good the game is. It is literally a new Half-Life game. It's a new Valve game. It pushes so many things forward in that industry so much.
Oh my god, it is fantastic.
Just look up someone else's review of the game. It'll probably just tell you how impressive it really is, because it is incredible. It is mind blowing.
Oh yeah.
I have no flaws.
How much does
But I'll give a big review once I finish the game.
Oh yeah. Why do I have to go through 3 hyperlinks before you get the price? Reverb G2 is $600. Yikes. I heard it was decent though. I would say the cheapest for quality right now, the biggest money to quality ratio right now, would be if you got a refurbished Quest 2 or Quest 1, a refurbished original Quest, because the original Quest is still pretty good. And it is only $200 on Oculus' site right now. And I know people don't want to get Quest because it's Facebook, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's also a really good deal. But also, if you don't, there are also really good alternatives, like Windows Mixed Reality. But yeah, I mean, Half-Life Alyx really pushed forward the entire VR industry.
Yeah.
They didn't even push it forward. It fucking catapulted it forward.
They defined it. Just like they have every other time they've made
It is
a new video game. Every time Valve makes a new Half-Life game, they push forward the entirety of whatever genre the game is in. First one was a big push forward in PC video games, as well as in PC narrative games, as well as in shooters. Half-Life 2 was Half-Life 2. It was the first game with physics. It's mind-blowing.
It is so good. You do not understand.
The people who are
Played it.
looking into it and be like,
We're gonna make a mod for this game to where you don't need VR. That's really cool, and it's really cool and nice that people are doing that, but I highly advise not playing it that way, because it will suck. If you play Half-Life Alyx, once that mod comes out with a mouse and keyboard, you just won't have the same experience.
it just won't be as fun.
No, I can say that.
Because the novelty is it being in VR.
Yeah,
That's what makes that game as good as it is. It's like Half-Life 2 without physics. It defeats the purpose of playing it.
It does. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
It is one of the only games I've ever experienced that is at least one of the few games that are just like, this has to be a VR game. This couldn't have been anything else.
Uh-huh. It is so good. It set a new standard for all big production VR games. And
Yeah.
it's just
Mind-blowingly
goddamn
good.
It's so good.
Really, really good game.
Also,
don't
if you
have
get a
to-
VR
I-
headset, if you get a VR headset, I think you'd really love Moss, Aiden. Go look up Moss. I think you'd love Moss. What were you saying, 8-Bit?
Oh, I was just going on about like how amazing the game Half-Life Alyx is, and how I'm probably not going to give you a best until like I have the energy and I've finished the game. I won't be able to tell you just like how impressive it is, but it is impressive. It is
It is
defining.
one of those
It is a
games.
Half-Life game. It is a brand new Half-Life, and that's pretty much all you need to know. If you know Valve's
Mhm.
track record with Half-Life games, it's a new Half-Life game.
It is. Beat Saber is really good, yeah. But it is not even one of. It is the best VR game out right now. It is. It changed. Okay, you have to understand. I played Half-Life Alyx for. Let me check. I played Half-Life Alyx for about an hour and a half. Only an hour and a half. And I can say in confidence that it is the most immersive game I have ever played.
Yeah.
I've ever played. And I didn't run it smoothly. I didn't run it on high settings. And the load times are insanely long, but it is still the most immersive game I've ever played in my life.
And I played it on the highest settings and super smooth with decent loading times. So mine was even more amazing. It is very, very impressively just like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in City 17. It is mind-blowing.
I feel like I am Half-Life Alyx.
I am Half-Life now.
I feel like I am The Dark Knight Rises.
Speaking of VR, there is one game I might actually check out sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So remember how Game Pass has EA stuff on it?
Yes.
There it is. Star Wars Squadrons has a VR mode.
Oh, it does it? That actually makes complete sense. Uh-huh.
I might check that out. I'm gonna check that out when I get the chance to. I want to see what
Um,
that's like.
Also, Tetris Effect is on Game Pass with the VR mode. I know
True.
Tetris
I
is
don't
very
actually
Tetris.
know if I don't actually know if there's a VR mode for these things. I didn't think about that.
No, there is. I've played
Oh.
Tetris Effect connected with VR mode, and it's really fucking good
Oh.
because I love Tetris Effect.
What does it launch through?
I don't know. I just put on my headset and it worked.
Oh, okay. It doesn't launch through like Steam.
No. I'm assuming
Oh.
it launches through Windows Mixed Reality or something.
okay.
But it was really good just
Hmm.
because, and even if you don't like Tetris, Tetris Effect is, I feel like it would
Pretty.
nail down your
I've played Tetris Effect.
spectacle thing.
No,
Yeah,
I've played it.
it's a whole different
I've played it.
experience in
Just
VR.
not in
though.
VR.
It's a
I know.
whole different experience in VR.
Yeah, I just need to play it in VR because it's gonna be
Mhm.
really impressive in VR compared to when it was on screen. It was pretty impressive on screen.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, I'll definitely be checking it out when I get the chance. Both of those games will be really cool.
So good.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. I love Tetris. I think that's it. Yeah, Aiden, if you would like to talk after stream, I could talk for about half an hour. I definitely sound like I sound like the Too Mad video where he's like, "I'm sorry we didn't Skype tonight, but that's all right."
That's all right. Oh shoot, that's all right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tumbles to hell.
And that happens.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I had. If that's all you had, we'll stop.
Yeah.
All right.
God, someone animated that with with Eli Vance.
It's the guy that made made all the G-Man edits. It's so good. Anyways, yeah. We'll see you all next time.
Yeah.